What if I told you that one of the secrets of closing more sales was to not care? Sounds crazy, doesn't it? Now, I got to give Rigo Garcia credit for this. I was a guest of his on the Restoration Domination podcast, and we talked about non-attachment and how powerful it is to sell when you just don't care what the outcome is. And I know what you're thinking. You're maybe wanting the sale. Adam, how do I not care? Like that customer, I want to win the job. I want to earn the commission. Or if you're in the position I was when I got started in this industry, when I was literally living below the poverty line and broke, I said, I need the commission. It wasn't if, it was like I needed the deal. And unfortunately, our customers, they sense when you're desperate. The smell of desperation just exudes from your skin and your aura and your energy. And they feel like you put a bullseye on their back and you're like ready to pounce. And you know that spidey sense you get? Like, have you ever been out, like let's say at a concert or stadium, and you have to have that weird feeling in the back of your head, like someone's looking at you and you turn and someone's staring at you and then it like super creeps you out. You know what I'm talking about? So that's the same kind of feeling that homeowners get when you want the sale too much. So in this video, I want to answer the question, how do I sell more by not caring when I actually do? And that, my friend, is what we are about to get into. Welcome or welcome back. My name is Adam Bensman, the Roof Strategist, and everything I do here on the podcast and the YouTube channel is designed to help you smash your income goal and give every customer an amazing experience. And funny enough, when you don't care about winning the sale by doing it in the way I teach you, it actually creates an even better customer experience, which means what? They like you, which means what? You close even more deals. So if you like this style of selling, I highly recommend you take a peek at my closing strategy. And the best way for you to get that, either for yourself or for your team, is to get access to what I call the Roofing Sales Success Formula, which is my ground up training and strategies for companies or individual sales reps. I have packages for both with a 30-day money-back guarantee and an affordable rate that both company or rep will make back in just one sale. You own it for life. All right, so there's a link in that description should you be interested. And if you have questions about products or programs, I have a number for you. So pull out your cell phone, 303-222-7133. You can text me and my team, and if you'd like, we can get set up on a call to chat options. Again, that's for products and program questions only, and happy to help. So let's get to today's video. Non-caring. I don't care. That's how we make more sales. So what we call this, by the way, is non-attachment. Okay? Non-attachment, meaning you have no emotional attachment to the outcome. How do we do this? We sell like a doctor. All right, so this is, by the way, I got this saying, I don't know how long it's been around. There's a gentleman named Sabri Subi, and Sabri Subi wrote a book called Sell Like Crazy. It's mostly focused on digital marketing stuff. There's some good gems in there should you be interested. Probably not super great on like the roofing sales front, but sales psychology side, totally dig it. And Sabri Subi says you got to sell like a doctor. And I'm going to paraphrase kind of what this means to me. The way he puts it is, and again, this is Sabri Subi, Sell Like a Doctor. He says, if you were to come into a doctor's office, the doctor doesn't say, oh, guess what? I got a brand new antibiotic and I'm going to write you a script. Like they're not just slinging prescriptions. They're prescribing things without knowing what's going on. So how does a doctor facilitate the process? Let's use a blown out knee, for example. And I want you to experience this. And then we're going to showcase how it applies in sales. So let's say you blow out your knee. You go to your doctor. The doctor says, Adam, I got bad news for you. It looks like you blew out your knee. ACL, MCL, the works. The reality is you're not going to have a functioning knee unless you undergo surgery. The fact is we're going to have to go through this. Looks like with you, we could use a cadaver part. You're going to go under the knife. It's going to be pretty painful no matter how you do it. After surgery, you're going to be in a cast. Then we're going to put you into a physical therapy routine. It'll be about 8 to 12 weeks before you're out and functional again. And then about 16 weeks, you're going to be good and gold. By the way, if you do want to do the surgery, we can get you in next week. All right, so pay attention to this. What did the doctor do? First, the doctor diagnosed the situation, okay? He laid out what? The facts. This is whenever I'm running private trainings, give the homeowner the facts. So the doctor diagnosed what's going on. He didn't talk about himself. He didn't talk about his surgical skills. He didn't talk about where he went to school. He didn't talk about his surgical equipment. None of this. He just said, here's what's going on. Here are the facts. This is what you will face. When I do that, by the way, I feel like a girl on a reality show. No, I don't want to do that. Yeah, it worked well. Did you get it? All right, so diagnosed. Then we want to explain the facts. Then we want to tell stories, okay? The doctor might go further and say, hey, don't you worry though. I know it sounds like a lot, but I've done this 15 times. In fact, I just had a patient in this morning. He just went through this. He's bouncing back at record rate. His pain level was really low, and he's going to be fully active in running and playing football again in no time. All right, so the doctor diagnoses, explains the facts, then the stories. Then from there, he'll prescribe the solution, all right? So what you need is this, or you go in, you got aches and pains, here's the pill, right? But first they're gonna diagnose, explain the facts, tell the stories. What you'll know about doing this as it relates to roofing sales is that we don't talk about ourselves or the company. We explain the situation with us removed. What does this do? This non-attachment, this educational sales experience builds a tremendous amount of trust because you're not inserting yourself and forcing yourself into it. Better products, better service, better warranty. We're not selling them a roof without guiding them through the process to need a roof, all right? Because again, first we have to develop trust. You notice when I said it before that all objections are trust, need, or money categories. That's it. Sales go the same way. First we have to develop trust, then we have to create the need, okay? The need has to be established. No one buys things they don't need, okay? So after this is the money. This is the deductible or the retail estimate, the price. Trust, need, money. Those are the objection categories, but in order to sell, we have to hit these in order. When we sell like a doctor, we develop a tremendous amount of trust. Through the facts in the stories, we create all the need. The money is what comes when we start selling, which is why I teach to overcome the deductible or price objection straight out of the gate using a level of non-attachment. All right, this is what I teach in my closing strategy. Non-attachment meaning, here are the facts about the deductible, why you can choose anyone. Facts, here's the facts about as you compare estimate to estimate with roofing companies, why one might be lower and what to look for versus this one. Again, at this point, we have built trust, showcased the need, and we move on to the money, all by using facts, stories, and diagnosing their current situation. Next, when we use this level of non-attachment, we can use very powerful words like, you be the judge. Hey, whether you work with me or someone else. All right, and then when a homeowner pushes back, and I hear this a lot, people, especially my friends down south in Texas and Louisiana who are working with large deductibles, in Florida, by the way, or even down in really competitive markets like Minneapolis or Minnesota, you hear a lot of issues about the deductible. And when you educate on the deductible, if you just say, listen, I am not willing to earn your business by becoming your cellmate. It's simply not how we do business. I'm not willing to participate in insurance fraud with your company. Period. If you turn and walk away, you will be amazed when you have that level of non-attachment and you stick to your guns and you stick to your principles, you stick to your values, you know what needs to happen to give them an amazing experience and to do business above board. What happens is that customer realizes something. Your confidence speaks to them because they know that you are committed to doing things right. It is amazing. One of two things is going to happen. Thing number one is that customer lets you walk out the door, and guess what? Good for you. You did your very best. Don't waste your breath. That's what we call the Walmart customer. That's what, there's a gentleman named Brad on my sales team way back when, and Brad came out with this, oh, another Walmart customer, meaning I don't care about anything other than the lowest price. That's it. All I care about is price. They're not your customer. You could talk to, you're blue in the face, but someone who only buys the cheapest items at Walmart for every single thing is not your customer because price is more important than value. All right? Next. Thing number two that could happen is they reach out, they grab your shoulder, they spin you around. No, I'm just joking. They probably won't be that dramatic. But it would feel like that. Wait. And then they want to talk again. And I want to tell you a story. Remember how I just said facts and stories? I gave you the facts. Let me tell you a story. There was a gentleman that I had helped. And he was a customer that I ended up not helping, but here's the story. Signed the contingency agreement. I get the deal, all set. I leave, not 20, 30 minutes later. Homeowner calls me. I'll never forget, his name is Neil. Neil calls me up, and I've done this before on the channel, so bear with me if you've seen it, but I've had a lot of videos, so maybe you didn't. Neil calls me up and he starts chewing me up. Adam, you're a total con artist and blah, 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 this contingency agreement and you want to do this. I don't want anything to do with you. We're done. We're done. We're done. We're done. We're done. We're done. I kid you not, kept going. We're done. Really loud. We're done. We're done. I'm like, whoa, Neil. So I said, Neil, I respect your wishes. Consider the agreement canceled. I don't want to work with a customer like that. He just treated me like garbage. So then what do? I get on my computer. And just to save face, because I didn't want him insulting my integrity, he called me a con artist and a scammer and all this stuff. And he simply didn't understand the contingency. I went through it. He understood it. He read it. He painted me in this horrible light. And I explained everything to him and said, Neil, I wish you all the best. Minutes later, my phone rings. It's Neil again. All right. Because again, non-attachment. I said, good riddance, my friend. And he calls me up, he goes, Adam, I am so sorry. I misunderstood and misread things. I realize that what you're doing is right, and I really appreciate all the service you've given us. And you know what? I'd really like you to do our roof. And you know what I said to Neil? Sorry, Neil. We'd already canceled your agreement, and I think you'd be better off served by working with someone else. Now, why is that? Now, what I should have told you is a story that I said, sure, welcome back in open arms and sign the deal. But my point is, he came back. I didn't want to work with him because I don't work with people who don't respect me. It's that simple, all right? I don't care about the check. What I care about is working with good people and having fun with what I do and creating an amazing experience. Neil created a miserable experience. So besides the point, I wanted to share that story with you because when you are very committed to upholding your own values, your honor, your integrity, and you're doing things right, the right people will want you back. And it's amazing. There's a psychological principle about selling. The people want what they can't have. Scarcity. And if you go to pull something away, they want it more. And it's not a tactic to be manipulated. I'm sharing the facts with you just like a doctor. So the very next time that you're on a sales appointment, I want you to remember this. Tell yourself, sell like a doctor. Diagnose their situation. Where are they? Tell them how it is. Give them the facts of their situation. Tell them some stories. And then and only then do we move on to selling and talking about us. So you can now use non-attachment by not caring what the outcome is to have a higher close percentage, give a better customer experience, develop trust, establish the need, overcome the money issue, and rake in those deals. If you want the entire deep dive of how I run that sales appointment start to finish, it's included in the closing strategy, which the only way to get that, again, is with my program called the Roofing Sales Success Formula, which gets you access to everything with packages available for reps or teams. Thank you so much for joining me. If you want to go one step deeper, I got a video for you. Stick around till the end. But in the meanwhile, first, you have a little freebie. If you haven't done this, right here, click it right now. Free copy of my Pitch Like a Pro Roofing Sales Training Video Library. All the videos I've ever done, organized by category for easy reference. And if you want to learn my closing strategy, I'm going to give you the bones of it. It's the car park formula. You click here to watch that video, and I will see you in the next one.